All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about a system that was actually born on a car assembly line. Sounds a little weird, right? But we're going to see how its ideas about being super efficient can actually change our day-to-day lives.
I mean, really think about it. What would you do with an extra hour every single day? It's not a trick question. That's the big promise we're digging into today, and it's all based on this really fascinating system for personal efficiency.
And hey, it's not just about getting time back. The money side of this is, well, it's kind of staggering. We're talking about potentially saving over $500,000 throughout your life. Yeah, 500,000. That's what that extra hour a day adds up to. Over a lifetime, that's, get this, more than 14,000 hours that you get back. Time you can spend on stuff you actually care about instead of just the mundane. The numbers are huge, I know. So let's break down how this actually works.
So, what is this thing? It's called Lean for Life. And the whole idea is to borrow a genius system from one of the most efficient factories on the planet and just apply it to your own life. The backstory here is actually pretty cool. This whole thing, the lean methodology, it comes from Toyota, the car company. They basically became obsessed with efficiency. They studied every tiny little step on their assembly lines, collected a ton of data, and got rid of anything that was wasting time or effort, anything that didn't add real value. And that's the big aha moment, right? It's about taking that exact same thinking, the logic that builds a car without wasting a single second or a spare part, and pointing it at your own life. Think about your morning routine, your budget, how you organize your kitchen, all of it.
Okay, let's make this real. Let's talk about something we all do, the morning routine. I mean, have you ever really truly broken it down? Because that's what we're going to do. We're aiming for some serious optimization here. If you actually sat down and wrote out every single tiny thing you do in the morning, you'd be shocked. A typical routine has more than 25 individual steps. We're talking getting out of bed, walking to the bathroom, waiting for the water to get hot. It's way more complex than you'd think. So the absolute goal is to hunt down the waste. And in this system, waste is just any step that isn't actually getting you closer to your goal. Waiting for the coffee to brew, walking back and forth because you forgot something, or that moment of panic trying to figure out what to pack for lunch.
Okay, now check out the after picture. Once you find and get rid of all that waste, the whole process shrinks from over 25 steps down to just 17. That's a huge difference you can see right away. And that's real time you're getting back.
So how do you do it? Well, it's about tiny, smart changes. Like, instead of stumbling back to your closet, put your clothes in the bathroom the night before. Boom, one less trip. Or pack your lunch while you're cleaning up dinner leftovers. That way you're not scrambling in the morning. Just those two little tweaks can save you over 3 minutes every single morning. All right, so that's time. But what about money? Turns out, you can use the exact same data-first approach to totally transform your finances. And a great place to start is with one of our biggest expenses, food. So instead of just glancing at the price tag, this system uses a really objective way to measure value. It's called calories per dollar. It's a super simple formula that tells you exactly how much energy you're really buying with your cash. And when you look at the numbers, it is wild. I mean, the difference is huge. A basic staple like flour gives you almost 4,500 calories for $1. A cheap pizza, less than a tenth of that. And something like raspberries, as good as they only give you 47 calories for your $1. Now look, the point isn't to live on flour, right? It's just about knowing what you're actually paying for. But this whole mindset, it goes beyond just what you buy. It's also about how you organize your stuff, your resources, once you actually get them home. And for that, we can borrow another trick from the factory floor. It's called the 5S method. It's basically a 5-step game plan for getting any space organized and working smoothly. You sort, straighten, shine, standardize, and sustain. Simple as that. And just look at the difference it makes. On the left, you've got that classic, chaotic pantry we all know and love. On the right, same pantry, but after the 5S treatment. Everything has a home, you can find things in seconds, and you know exactly what you have. That saves you time for sure, but it also saves you money because you stop buying things you already own. So you might be thinking, what's the big idea here? Is the goal to become a robot and turn my house into a factory? No, absolutely not. In fact, it's the total opposite. It's all about freeing up your resources. Think of all the time, money, and just plain brain power you spend on the boring, repetitive stuff. This is about taking all of that back so you can pour it into the things that actually matter to you. It's about using data, not just guessing, to build a life that's more intentional, one little improvement at a time.
So I'll leave you with a little challenge. Don't think about overhauling your entire life. Just think about one small thing. What's one routine, just one, that you could make even 10% more efficient starting tomorrow? What would that look like?